Welcome. You're listening to Dupee Deep with Dr. Nikki. This is the place where witty, irreverent, opinionated perspective meets serious, fact-based discussion. Featuring our host, Dr. Nikki Coleman, and her co-host, Tomas Bell. You can also join in the discussion during our live tapings by following us on Spreaker.com. Now, the doctor is in. It's time to get Dupee Deep.
Hello, hello, hello. That's my signature. Did you know that, Tomas? You have a signature, but I have a signature too. And your signature is coming up in 3, 2, 1.
There it is. Hey, Dr. Nikki. Happy as Maya Rudolph says, happy Valentine's Day. For those who look at my show Big Mouth on Netflix, happy Valentine's, because it's the time of the Valen.
Oh my gosh. Did you get me a Valentine's?
I did. Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Oh,
I got you space, because I know that you're a woman of the new millennium and you need space. So there it is. Here, take some more. There you go. Right.
Suck it all up, all the space. First of all, to be clear, for anybody that's out there, we are aware that it is Valentine's Day. There's no M. It's not a time of the Valen.
And yesterday was Galentine's Day. Did you do anything for Galentine's, Dr. Nikki?
I did not do anything. I did not. You know, I got an invitation for a Galentine's celebration this weekend, and I really, really wanted to go because the options on the table were fabulous. One was what was it, like cheese and champagne brunch? Ooh. And another one was like a burlesque class. And then there was another one, maybe exotic dancing class or like a pole dancing class or something. A friend of mine sent that to me, but she lives about 4 hours away. And and it was going to be like Sunday, and I have emergent strategy workshop on Saturday morning, so it's not going to work out. But
so you're saying that your emergent strategy does not include pole dancing? Is that what we're thinking?
I mean, it could, but it's not lining up.
It would be an emergent strategy. I'll tell you that.
Valentine's season is not aligning for me to do that. But happy Valentine's
and to you.
Day.
And to all of you listening, tuning in today. We love you.
We love you. We love you. We love you for listening in. So in my mind, listeners, when Tomas and I sit down to record, it's always just like a conversation. And yes, we call in, we start on time, we take breaks, I have show notes, I do research in advance of the show. I have my little what is this blue, what's this thing, Tomas? This type of mic you told me to get? It's a blue.
It is blue. It's a color blue. Yes.
It's blue, but it's a brand, right?
Why are you moving the mic while you're recording? What are you doing right now?
Sorry.
What kind of ratchet engineering technique is that?
Sorry, I was trying to pick it up and look at the label.
Let me shake this mic. I'm going to shake this mic.
It's just like a blue. Anyway.
That's actually called a Yeti, what you have.
Oh, it's a Yeti.
Yeah, it's a Yeti.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
It is not a blue anything. It's the blue on this thing. I've lost the thread. My whole point is, what I was trying to say is he told me to go out and get a mic because I think we need to embrace it. Our very first episode, the audio was horrible on it. It's because it was before I went to get a mic.
I wouldn't say horrible.
What would you say? Abysmal?
I would probably use the word egregious audio.
It was egregious. Okay. So I say all that to say, I take this seriously, as foolish as we sometimes probably sound on here, but I do take it seriously. And then also when I see comments on social media or hear from people in my life that actually know me and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your podcast, or I've been listening to your podcast, or I'm re-listening to an episode. I'm still always like, people are really listening to us. This is super cool. So it's really exciting to me. So we want to give you love on this Valentine's Day in celebration of love. So there is a running joke between Tomas and I. And so today,
it's not a joke. It's not a joke for me. It's serious. And you're trying to bring up my pain right now. And that's why all you got for Valentine's for me was space. And I mean that.
So today's episode is entitled hashtag love is for what, Tomas?
Losers. Love is for losers. It sure enough is.
Love is for
Be your own Valentine.
No.
Be your own Valentine. Get yourself chocolate. It's cheaper that way. Get yourself some flowers. Get yourself a rose bush. Have flowers next year too.
Not a rose bush. That implies you have land. And maybe if you have purchased yourself some land to plant a rose bush, you really have given yourself a Valentine's Day.
I don't know. The arrow garden is amazing. You may be able to get a little rose bush in that arrow garden. I don't know what people do nowadays. I don't know your life. You know what I mean? Oh, we're so silly today. Love makes us silly.
Love, because, well, when people experience the emotion that we label as love, oftentimes it's accompanied with the release of oxytocin and dopamine in the brain. It can make you feel a little loopy.
So, there it is. That's all you need to do. Just be in love. You don't have to worry about paying for those prescriptions, right?
That's right. Love is the answer for all. Can you imagine what it was like growing up, not growing up, being of age in like the 70s and the free love era? I feel like I missed my time. I should have been an 18-year-old during that era. Anyway,
that's when a whole bunch of venereal diseases got their birth. So I don't think you missed too much. I think you dodged a bullet. That's what I think. Shout out to my people from the 70s and 80s, but y'all was making things happen back in the day.
Condoms were whatever.
Right.
Oh, okay. If I could have safer sex in the age of love, I'd be okay with that. I'd be really, really good with that, actually. But we set aside this day, February 14th, to celebrate love, to demonstrate our love to other folks, to acknowledge a little bit more sweetness and kindness towards those important people in our lives. And it's a totally made up holiday. Ha ha ha. No, it's totally commercialized and made up. And so, as with anything, there's its pluses and minuses, right? So, it's funny when you were like, treat yourself 2017.
Oh, wait a minute, 2019. You better have
2019. I know. I think that was the last time they had one.
Yes. Yes. Shout out to those people at Parks and Rec. Shout
out to those writers for that, because that was that has fully gotten onboarded into pop culture terminology.
And that's also where Valentine started, on Parks and Recreation.
It is on Parks and Rec. Yes. And I'm a fan of both of those things.
I know that's right.
So, I wanted to know, because we talk about Valentine's being like this commercial holiday, and I really was like, well, let's see how real that is. And, a quick Google search will let you know that the National Retail Federation actually tracks spending on major holidays.
Right. Absolutely.
And this year, Valentine's has been projected or estimated to add $20.7 billion to the economy.
How much?
20.7 billion.
You see? And they're trying to tell that man they don't have money for that wall. You see what I'm talking about?
We got money for love, though, y'all. So so that's a big number. So what's interesting is like the number itself has gone up, but the folks under the age of 55, which is now their ages, not me, their ages, but not us here at Dupee Deep. They say that people under the age of 55 are the quote unquote prime relationship years. Is kind of how they've stated that. But that the number of folks that are actually planning to celebrate Valentine's has dropped significantly. So it's just right above the 50% mark for adults under 55 years old. But there's also, so what's happening is there's also this trend where younger consumers are engaged in more anti-Valentine's Day sorts of ideas and purchases and events, but also tending to do what you just suggested, is splurge on themselves. So expressing a little bit of self-love on Valentine's Day. So that even though there's fewer people celebrating the actual holiday, they're spending more than before. And also, it seems like people are spending more on experiences. Now, in the Coleman household, that's what that's our expressions of love. Is I'm not big on material things. I like the idea of experiences because I think it's a gift that like has longer impact, right? So I have the memories of the experience and I get to have that, and I maybe changed, hopefully for the better, improved through the experience rather than a gift. But I know there are lots of people that do expect to have something to open up on Valentine's Day. They want something shiny and a little bling blingy, maybe the expectation, at the very least, a fancy dinner. People still want their chocolate, because when I tell you that today, when I tried to go to my preferred big box retailer, La Target, some of you all may know it as Target. I went in La Target this morning to try to get last minute Valentine's cards for my little one, because they still do that thing in elementary school where you take you take a gift or card or candy or something like that for everybody, and you pass it out, and then you have a little box and they put them in your box and all that kind of stuff. Well, when I went to La Target this morning, the aisles were deserty. Like I was sitting there going down aisle after aisle in the little special holiday section, like, I guess nope, none over here. No. Oh, okay. Alrighty, I gotta revisit and reconsider what we're gonna do to get her little friend's cards, because of course you know she can't be the only one who doesn't have Valentines to give out. It's a very big deal. But then I had to
just get some loose leaf paper and have her make some Valentine's cards for people.
You know, that sounds lovely. And I'm sure there are 1,000,001 ideas on Pinterest for us, with construction paper and glitter and scissors and maybe even a glue gun. But I'm going to clue you and the listeners in on a little secret. I'm not that kind of mama. I'm not a Pinterest mom.
You're not a draw a heart on a card?
No,
oh no.
No, I am not a Pinterest mom.
So you're saying that
for myself, but
you're saying the National Retail Board, they're waiting for people like you. National Retail Federation, they're waiting for people like you to come into existence so that they can chart these numbers. Like, you're their target demographic. Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
I am. But you know what, the other thing that I like, part of the reason why I'm not a Pinterest mom is because I really don't understand where the Pinterest parents have the time. You know, we would have had to start working on this in December to have them ready, because there's 21 other kids in her class.
what kind of Picasso level stuff do you think needs to go to this school? I noticed I didn't say get copy paper. I said get some loose leaf. That got holes in it. You could put string in the holes. Like, you could do many things. Like, you could just do things. Just do something. Tear it up. Something. You know, so, whatever you want to do.
Both my child and my